Alright, so this is another fanfiction idea, and this one was part of the whole fanfiction characters meet cryptids video I had done. The first one that had won was the Indiana Jones and Yeti one. Then I decided, oh, the other one that was really popular was the Mothman and Batman one, so I did a video on that. So, going through the through basically the list of characters, the third most popular one, it actually tied with the Mothman one, was actually this one called Predator Prey for the Wendigo, because the idea of a predator fighting a Wendigo is nothing short of awesome, in my opinion. I think that would be really cool, and I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Predator story even in Dark Horse. Like, when you really think about it, like, there hasn't really been a dark, even in Dark Horse, and you'd be shocked if it didn't happen, but there hasn't been a Predator story where the Predator encounters something like of cryptid origin, or like something mythic, or like something like it's an alien hunter from another world. It's gonna you could have some liberties, and I'm surprised Marvel isn't. It doesn't feel like Marvel's gonna do that either. I'm surprised there hasn't. Like, the closest like we get to see Predator fighting something non-human is usually the alien, or fucking. And I'm sorry for the goddamn hair. Basically, the most we get is the Predator fighting an animal that is known. Like, there was one of like the Predator fighting a big grizzly bear. That was a comic from Dark Horse. Then there's another where he fights a lion, where a predator fights a lion. But like I said, we never get, and I feel like that's a lost opportunity of like seeing the Predator fight, like seeing a Predator fight a Bigfoot, or the Mothman, or the Jersey Devil. Like, those are unique trophies. I think that'd be a really neat story of like this creature going out and hunting something that is of not of this earth, or like not of the natural order of things. And I feel like that's just kind of a missed opportunity when you really think about it. I just feel like it's a very missed opportunity for the most part. So for this video, we're gonna talk about this idea. So here we go. So for this story is set in the 1800s, like early 1800s. We are in the Oregon Trail era of and Manifest Destiny of the U.S. And of course, we are clashing with the Native American settlers, and Native Americans are clashing at this point. Now, this does take a little bit of Prey. This does take a little bit from Prey, because at this point, a new Yautja hunter has come down to Earth, and this one is a little more advanced than the feral predator. See, the feral this one doesn't have like the darts or anything like that. It does have like some body armor, and it's still learning. And this is a predator that's one of the first to use to harness a plasma caster on its shoulder. So it's learning how, the tribes are now learning how to use like energy-based weapons in their combat. But it's not like, it's only for the more elite hunters. Like, it's like a gift. It's not like you have to. This is like a weapon that isn't common yet among the tribes. This is more like it's a tool that is. It is a tool that is like you have to earn it. It's like being an elite hunter. So only a select few have it, and this one has it. So this predator comes down to Earth, and we are in the Oregon Trail, and a horrible snowstorm hits this particular group. And this group, they're just kind of like running low on food. They've gone out foraging again, and one of the settlers is like, "Guys, he's like, I don't know what else to tell you people. There's nothing we can do. Like, the only way we're going to survive this is if we find something or someone to eat." And they're looking at one of the recently deceased bodies, and they're like, "We can't do this." Like, these settlers essentially just get into a big argument until it's decided that yeah, we can't keep carrying these bodies with us, and also we need food. So but the settlers like, no, we're not doing this, because the Donner Party had just been a thing, so no one wants to be a new Donner Party. But the guy who suggested it, however, is like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna eat. So, and they forbid him from eating, but he does like carve out some flesh, he eats it, and it isn't long before like he takes a few bites, and like then he's like just starts eating, like cutting and eating more. But then instead of cooking it like he was doing, he starts like ravaging this corpse and just eating it like an animal. And we're seeing more of the Wendigo spirit take over more and more of his body and like his consciousness. So it isn't until the next day that the settlers discover that one of their own has, like, the corpse of the person they were debating on eating. They're all like gathered around it, and they see it's just been horribly mauled, and they're like, "Where's Earl?" We'll call the guy Earl here. It don't matter. None of this matters. To quote Carl from Aqua Teen. So Earl was the guy who suggested to eat the corpse, and it looks like, and they're like, someone go find Earl. So because we want some words. So people mount up and go into the forest to look for Earl because they see some tracks. But as they're following the tracks, they're noticing something really weird here. First, it's like boots. It's like just like boot prints in the snow. But as they like travel further, they discover like boots were like, they broke apart and became like human feet, but the human feet became more like longer and more like twisted. And they're like, this is, and the trackers are like, this is a little fucked up. So during their search, the predator, the Yautja hunter, who has been like has just been hunting wildlife left and right, has seen humans, and he's like, oh, humans, data shows that these humans are worthy hunters and they had musket fire, but it looks like they've evolved. So the predator's like stalking them even though it's cold, and the idea was he wanted to go somewhere warm, but the problem was that predators don't understand enough about Earth yet, so they don't realize seasons change. So when they thought they were going to summer, it turned out to be winter. So Predator sees them and attacks the hunting party. It just becomes a full-on just gore fest. And it is until like the last guy, when the Predator's about to kill him, that the Wendigo shows up. And the Wendigo, I kind of had the design in mind where it is this tall, gaunt creature. It's not like Marvel Wendigo, where it's like a big, hairy beast. It's more like a huge, like gaunt, like it's emaciated, and it does have like loose fur, like kind of like a mixture of the deer form that we all know of, but which is not true, and the practical Native American lore that is true. So it's a nice fusion of media and folklore. So the Wendigo grabs him and just bites the guy's head off and just starts eating it, and just starts eating the flesh. And the Predator is like, I don't know what this is, and he even like is using his mask to like detect any heat signature, and it's not giving off any heat signature because Wendigos bring cold. They are a being of pure ice and snow. So the Predator is confused by this, and it's already like fucking with his systems. And that's when the Wendigo, who's finished eating the corpse, goes like, I'm gonna eat you. So the Predator has to fight it. But the problem is, like I said, it's not showing up that well on his helmet. So the Predator is like already at a disadvantage. He's already in the snow. It's cold. The snowstorm is messing with his sensors, and the Wendigo isn't giving off a heat signature. So the Wendigo is attacking him left and right. Even when he's firing his plasma caster, he's not getting off like a proper shot. It isn't until like the Predator, during the fight, the Predator fires his plasma caster and sparks a fire, and it actually startles the Wendigo. And that's when the Wendigo the Predator realizes this thing doesn't like fire. So the Yautja just starts like using its blade, it pops its wrist blades and starts like sparking, striking them together to cause sparks that start a fire on some dry grass. And it's then that the Predator realizes that, yeah, this thing really doesn't like fire, and that's the only real way to kill it. So he starts a fire, lights up his staff, and then proceeds to just huck that thing right into the Wendigo's chest and kills it. He then goes over, grabs it by the antlers, and just rips the thing out. And the Predator is just roaring. It's like it's won its fight, and it's got a trophy, and proceeds to leave the rest of the humans alone because it got the Wendigo. It was like, this is way better than any human. So, yeah. So there you go, guys. That is Predator Prey for the Wendigo. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this? Like it, hate it, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse, and I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.